Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Chris with Midwest Gold and Silver. Today we are going to be looking at some Morgan silver dollars and talking about how to spot a fake. So let's just go ahead and jump right in, shall we? The first one we've got here is an 1897 plain Philadelphia Morgan silver dollar. Or so you would think. So let's take a little closer look here. All right, so the first thing that I notice as I'm holding this is it feels light. Okay, I know you guys can't tell that, but when you're holding on to these, just kind of feel the weight in your hand. Okay, it just feels light to me. The second thing I'm looking at is the design, and it doesn't really look right either. I don't know, it doesn't stand up off the coin very much. It's kind of flat, the design there. It's also got kind of a grainy texture. And the stars lack definition. The design here, the whole thing lacks definition. The numerals there don't look quite right, especially on the 8 and the 9. And then something that I see on a lot, I mean a lot of these fakes, is this artificial antiquing or whatever you want to call it around the rim here. What they'll do is they'll put some substance on these, and then they'll just wipe it off, and inevitably there is always some left around between the rim and the lettering here, or the rim and the stars a lot of times. And on a genuine Morgan dollar, it's going to be the exact opposite, because these areas are the most protected. Okay, so they usually will have a little bit of luster left in them unless they're just worn down. But yeah, the counterfeiters always get this just completely backwards. So that's something to keep in mind. If you see a lot of coloration around the edge there and the rest of it looks pretty clean, buyer beware. So anyway, let's throw it on the scales and see how it does. Yeah, it's 19.7 grams. It should be 26.7 grams. So it is well short of what it should weigh. Let's check with a magnet next. See if this sticks. Yeah, okay, well, there you go. So, fake. No point in even putting that on the Sigma. Okay, now, next one, we've got an 1891 O, and it looks pretty good. It feels right. We don't have that dark coloring around the rim like the other one had. The appearance of the devices, the design there looks right. The lettering, everything looks okay. So let's see how it weighs. It's 26.68. So if you round that, it is 26.7 grams. So let's check it with a magnet. Yeah, it does not stick. And if you remember from the other silver testing videos, when you rub that magnet across the surface, you should feel some kind of resistance or pull. And that is what I feel there. So I'm pretty confident about this, but let's go ahead and throw it on the Sigma. Oh, guess we got to follow the instructions first, don't we? There you go. Pre-1900. And look at that. It is within those brackets. It weighs right. It looks right. It reacts to the magnet correctly. So we're going to say this one is legit. That's a good silver dollar right there. Okay? Let's compare it side by side with the first one. Do you see the difference? It takes a while, but sometimes they do stand out. All right, well, here we have an 1895 Morgan silver dollar. How about that? So that one right there should immediately bring up red flags, since this would be a key date. Again, it's got that funky kind of aging, antiquing around the rim. And yeah, the date doesn't really look right. The design doesn't really look right. There is just nothing that looks right about this coin, but let's throw it on a scale and see. Yeah, now 19.7 grams. So it is well shy of what it should weigh. Let's check it with a magnet here. Yeah, that one sticks. So there's no point in even putting that on the Sigma. Moving right along. We've got an 1879 CC. Okay, another big red flag should be going up, since this would be a several $100 coin. All right, let's take a little closer look here. Let me zoom in here for you. Okay, what do you think, guys? Does that look good? It's not terrible, but it doesn't look good. Let's see. I think probably the first thing that stands out is how flat that design is on the front there at Liberty. I mean, it just doesn't come up off the coin hardly at all. Next, let's look at the CC. Yeah, those mint marks don't look quite right either, and we can get into that in another video. But again, it's kind of got those telltale fake antiquing tones, I guess, for lack of a better term. Something else about this one, look at the reading, the edge. See how thick that is and how just tiny those reeds are. Let's compare it with the real one that we looked at earlier. Okay, so this one's much more finely done on the edges here. It's also a lot thicker. Don't know if you can tell that on the video very easily, but in hand it's real easy to feel that this is just blocky. I mean, it feels like it weighs about right. Let's see. Yeah, it's pretty close. I mean, 26.5, so it's a circulated coin, right? I mean, it's close. Let's check it with a magnet. Okay, it doesn't stick, but it doesn't have any resistance either. Okay, another thing we could do, kind of tap on it lightly. I would not recommend doing this one with a good Morgan, but this one's not going to be legit, so you just hear it. It doesn't sound right either, does it? But just so we can say we did, let's throw it on the Sigma and see what it says. Yeah, nope, not even close. So again, good thing to keep an eye on is the key dates. Definitely be skeptical of those. If you see a key date out there that's going on sale for just common circulated Morgan dollar money, it's possible the person might not know what they have, or it's very likely that they know exactly what they have and they're hoping you don't. So if it seems too good to be true, you know the old saying, it probably is. All right, the last one we're going to look at today is a 1904 S that a customer brought in. I'm not sure exactly where he got it from, but he said we could use it for this video. Thanks again, Mike. Appreciate that. Again, the first thing I notice is that color. Okay, it's just very suspicious when I see silver dollars with dark coloring around the edges there. Because like I said, typically this area should be the most protected. And so it's the least likely to be dirty or, I mean, sometimes they will tone in this area, but this is not toning. This is fake antiquing. And look at the bird on the back of this thing, man. That eagle. I don't even know if you could call that an eagle. It's more like a buzzard or something, but I don't know. That right there is a dead giveaway. Not good. But if you also look at the front, let me zoom in. The date on this is kind of doubled. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, I think you can pick that up. Also, that just kind of sandy finish. Look out for that, because most of the fakes that I see have that sandy finish or grainy appearance. Okay, so let's throw it on the scale and see what it weighs. It feels like it might be a little heavy, actually, but I guess I've got a pretty good feel for it now. It's just a hair heavy. It's 26.88 grams. Sorry, but the mint is not going to give you free silver. So if it weighs heavy, it's just as bad as if it weighs light. So this one is not going to pass the weight test. Let's check it with a magnet. Okay, it does not stick, but also it doesn't have any resistance when you move it across the surface either. Yeah, it doesn't really sound like silver either. Well, let's try it on the Sigma, and we'll see. Yep, again, it's outside of these little brackets, so we know this is not a good silver dollar. Okay, all right, so we've got 4 fakes and 1 real Morgan here. So be careful out there, guys, because there are a lot of fakes, and the Chinese make more and more of these every day. In fact, I had a customer come in once that had all the key dates, all the big Morgans that you would ever want to see, and they were all fake, every single one of them. Unfortunately, I had to be the bearer of bad news, but you know, that's part of it. So if something seems too good to be true, probably should pass on it. Maybe take a picture, send it to your local coin shop, see if they can help you identify it that way. But yeah, the main thing is look at the appearance, check out the date and the lettering, the design, the color, the finish, if it's grainy. Check the weight. It should weigh 26.7 or very, very close, but not over. Also, these will not be magnetic, but they should have a little bit of magnetic resistance when you move that magnet across the surface there. I forget what the term was. Somebody was kind enough to comment on one of my other videos and give me that term. I've already forgotten it. I apologize. And then lastly, if you've got a local coin shop and you just aren't sure, take it in and ask them to throw it on their Sigma. I'm sure they've got one. Most reputable shops do. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you like videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We'll be doing more in the future. Smash that like button for me. Leave me a comment down below what you'd like to see coming up next. You guys have a good one. Thanks for watching.